All right, so we're looking this week at recording our audio. We're going to use the same template we've been using for the last couple weeks, and this template is current events template number 2. We have the information that we're looking for each day of the week, except for you're just going to have 4 days, and it's your choice what 4 days you want to do. And then one of those days, for your summary, you're going to read that summary into an audio recording app that we have on the laptops. One of the options for this, you should have some place on your computer. I think I have it underneath a folder called Media. There should be a software called Audacity, and it looks like this. It has blue headphones and a red sound wave inside of a yellow thing. When it opens up, it should look... There it goes. It should look something like this. Your screen, if you don't want this part to show up again, you can check the box. It says don't show this again at startup and click OK. This software, this app, is a voice recording only software. It doesn't have any video associated with it at all. You can choose a number of settings before you start, and I would suggest that you choose whatever you have. You probably just have one microphone because it's the MacBook microphone. If you have a set of headphones that have a microphone built into those, you might have the option of having those as well. And I can plug mine in right now so you can see what that looks like. And I might actually have to start the software, the app again, which is not that big of a deal. Let me quit it. And it takes a little bit of time for some reason. Or we just force it shut. There it goes. I'll start it up again, so that way it should have the... I just plugged my headphones in, so it should have that microphone on the system as well. So now I have my MacBook Air, which is the actual computer. I have my external microphone, which is my headphones, and my Samson, which is the mic I'm using right now. So if I choose one of those three, you see I'm on that one right now. The next box gives you the option of doing mono or stereo recording. I would keep it at mono. That just means that it doesn't have two channels. It's putting everything on the same single channel. It's going to sound just fine that way. And then the playback device, right now mine says H14 because I'm broadcasting my screen up on the front. But I can have it play back through the speakers. I can also have it play back through the external headphones or my headphones that I plugged in. So a couple of things on here. You have a record button that's going to record the audio. You have a play button that will play back that audio. We can skip to the end or skip back to the beginning. There's a stop and a pause. So you can pause in the middle and hit pause again, and it'll continue to record or play. There are some other things in here that we don't really have to work with or deal with. The only one is the recording volume. And sometimes that is going to be super quiet, and so you might have to raise it up a little bit, and I'll show you what that looks like right here. If I hit record, this is going to put a track out on the screen here, and it's going to ask me if I want to use the microphone. So I hit yes. And so now as I'm talking, you can see the blue sound wave show up inside the audio track here. When I take a pause, there's a blank space. When I'm talking, it's a squiggly blue box. You can see up here, this is the sound level, and we want to keep it at a -6 to -12. Any louder than that, and it starts to get too loud on the microphone, and then it makes it really hard to understand. So let's see if I can get, there it is. It's peaking out too much. You're done. Too close to the mic, and you can see that it sends, if I get too close to a microphone, it makes the sound wave go above the side of the edges of the sound meter, which means that it's too loud and it's overmodulating is the term for it. It's very hard to understand. It's when you get distortion, that's what happens there. So this is recording in one channel right here. And if I hit stop, it stops the audio. I can skip back to the beginning, and I can hit play, and it should. And so now as I'm talking, you can see the blue sound wave show up inside. So I have this recording on my screen, and if I want to make things go away, so let's say that this part right here where I have a blank space is something that I don't want, I can hit delete, and now that part is gone on the audio. In order to make that come back, I could undo it, but in order to make that part come back, I'd want to re-record it again. So when you're recording your summary, what we want to do is record the audio that you're saying in the on your summary that you wrote, and then once you get that recorded, you can go back through here and you can edit out some of the mistakes that you made, if you made any mistakes. Hopefully you did not. So as we're going through the sound there, that's kind of the process. And I'll show you with the actual audio track here, or the summary, because I think I have one right there. So so here's my recording of the summary for this article. So if I hit record, in an article written on September 10th, 2020, Audrey Conklin covered a coronavirus update presented by Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. In the update, Governor Whitmer explained that she is agreeing to use $24 million from the CARES Act to help Michigan workers that currently do not have a college degree. These workers, messed up there. These workers were considered essential during the coronavirus pandemic and will receive free community college tuition as they work towards a degree. I believe that this event is important to society because it will provide necessary money to workers to improve their education. It will increase the number of educated employees in the state and will also help some employees complete their degree. I believe that this event will affect society because it will allow more Michiganders to increase their education, and it will create a more educated workforce. Stop, right? So then when I go back here and I scroll back here, there's one point I made a mistake, and I don't remember which. Looks like this right here. These workers, messed up there. These workers. So inside here where I have that mistake, where was it again? These workers. There it is. Messed up there. I can go through here and I can erase the stuff that I don't need to have on there. Hit delete, and now it is going to go exactly from the previous sentence. College degree. These workers were considered essential during the coronavirus pandemic. And so all I'm doing here is recording that summary article. When I need to save this, and you'll have to watch this recording at some point to help remember how to do that. I'm going to make a tutorial, a PDF tutorial to help that as well. But there's a file menu up here across the top. I'm going to go file and then export as an MP3 file. It's small. It's not going to take up a lot of room, and it does a pretty good job of kicking the audio out. And when I'm saving this, I am going to, if you want to create a folder, you can create a folder. I wouldn't save everything to the desktop. I'd save it into documents, someplace in there. But I would, on the direction, it's going to have you save it as current events. Whoops, sorry, I forgot the last name. Miller, and then current events, and then the week, whatever this week is, week 7. And save. And what it's going to do is pull up a thing that you can write down the artist name, which is you, the track name, whatever, all that kind of stuff. You don't have to do that. If you don't want to do this again, just check that box and hit OK. And it's going to kick that one out. And that went to, shoot, I forget where I sent that. Export MP3. I sent it to documents. So now in the assignment on week number 7, I click on my week number 7 assignment. I do the submit assignment, and I should be able to find, there's my recents. There it is. Current events week number 7 at the top. If I was to run this, it would open up in iTunes, and I would have my my audio recording there that I could go through and use as I could listen to it again if I needed to. But this is the file that you're going to turn in. So that's how you do the recording and editing with Audacity. We're not doing major modification to the audio, so we don't have to do a lot of extra stuff. But you're just basically setting the right microphone, hitting record, and recording that entire thing. If you have any questions, let me know, and I can help you get that turned in.